In 1960, a young British woman ventured into the forests of Africa to follow her childhood dream, to find a way to watch free wild animals living their own undisturbed lives. She left everything familiar behind and ended up giving the world a remarkable window into our closest living relatives. She was me.
Hello, boys and girls, beautiful, lovely people, but a very special welcome to you, Dr. Jane Goodall. We are very proud and honored that you, Dr. Jane, made the effort to join us today and to accept the first copy of the new published book, Vreemde, a beautiful youth novel in honor of you, Dr. Jane, written by Lefebure and illustrated by Bakker.
Especially for the children, we are here. And the first child is Eva, who will ask you a question.
Wij hebben op school een toekijkactie georganiseerd en de opbrengst hebben wij naar de Plastic Soup Foundation gebracht. En hadden wij het beter aan uw stichting kunnen geven en heeft zo'n kleine actie wel zin?
Obviously, I'm going to say yes. Every single penny makes a difference. Every penny makes a difference. So you could organize another event at your school, couldn't you?
And now we have a special guest, Ayla. Ja, dank je. I'll ask the question for Ayla. In Dutch het is, wat is het engste wat u ooit met een chimpansee hebt meegemaakt?
Well, probably the most scary was right at the beginning when I got there, they ran away from me. Then they began to realize I wasn't frightening, but they didn't like me. So they wanted to chase me away. They behaved as though I was a leopard. And they waved branches and put the hair out. And they're 8 times stronger than me. So that was a bit scary. Didn't last too long.
Goed antwoord. Dank je, Ayla. Volgende speciale gast is Jip. Zal ik jou deze geven?
Hebben chimpansees en mensen een speciale taal om met elkaar te praten?
We can understand many of the calls that they make. We don't try to communicate, but chimpanzees in captivity can be taught the language that deaf people use with signs. They can learn about 700 signs, and so they can communicate quickly that way. Let me explain to you some of the sounds they do make. Yes. Supposing I've got food, and I don't want to share with her, but she's coming too close. But if I'm an infant who's lost his mother, or she won't let him suckle, and he's sad.
Dat is erg verdrietig, hè? Kai heeft ook een vraag.
What can we learn from the chimps?
Well, one thing we learn is that we humans have been very stupid in thinking that chimpanzees are not as clever as they actually are. We used to think we were completely different from all the other animals. We now know that in their body and the way that their bodies are made up. They're so like us. They have a lot of gestures and postures that are the same as ours. So they may kiss each other, embrace each other, pat one another. They taught us that chimpanzees, like humans, can use and make tools, and we now know many other animals do the same. They can swagger and shake their fists. They do a kind of ritual dance by a beautiful waterfall. It's very magic out in the forest. Unfortunately, they can also be very mean to each other and even have a kind of war. They're also loving and altruistic and look after each other when they're sick. So they teach us a lot about being a good mother. And if you're a good, supportive mother, your children will do better in life. So overall, they've taught us we're not as different from the other animals as we used to think. Very good question.
I practiced, but I was a bit nervous seeing you, so I'm going to read, if you don't mind. I want to thank you so much. You're an inspiration to me, to the world, and the wonders of our nature has always been, and the animals who live in it, an inspiration for me, for my books. But with this book, I want to give people, children, adults, a glimpse into your life. I want to show how important your work is, and that we never forget that, and that we people have to do everything we can to save nature and the beautiful creatures living in it. And with this book, A Curious Ape, I want to promote your work every day of it. And I'm proud to give you my first copy. And I'm very honored. Thank you so much for all your work, for being Jane. It's great.
So I want to give you something special. It's a drawing from the children's book. And I love to make the drawings of this book, especially this book, because I love to draw nature, and I am also a big African fan. I've been there several times, also in Tanzania, and like to come back to Gombe National Park. So I wanted to give you one of the illustrations. Yes, you can always. Me.
One of the things that the Jane Goodall Institute does that I feel is really most important is to try and give people hope, to help people understand that every single day we live, we can make a difference. And together, with everybody making a difference, we can change the world.